Okay, and welcome to shooting at 6 a.m. Part B. So I decided to turn the camera around so that you could see what it actually looks like when light is coming through the window. So this is what the light actually looks like. And so when I try to emulate that when it's daytime or something like that, I can either shoot, take a light and put it on the balcony and shoot it through to get this look, or I can look up my shapes and recreate that on the wall. So this is what it looks like when light is actually coming through. If I never got up at 6 a.m., I would have never known that, to see how that looks. When there's darkness, the light shapes everything so much more sharply. You don't have the budget, but now if I get up at 6 a.m. and I start filming, I'll need less light to light things. I think I like this. Now, one thing I am gonna do, and I'm still gonna do, even though this is where I'm at, white card. All right, so the white card goes toward my main light that I have here. So here, okay, and then I have my main light on the lowest setting with a diffusion on, with a grid on, so it doesn't seem so harsh. Now, the reason why I could have just not had it, then I would just be in complete darkness, right? But I needed that little bit. So what's gonna happen is you need to get up at 6 a.m., right? If you're gonna shoot at 6 a.m., you need to be about 5:15, 5:30, okay? Be early, because what happens is things look different at 5:30 than it does at 6 a.m. Okay, so if you're gonna shoot at 6 a.m., you gotta be up beforehand to set the camera up, because what happens is there's different shapes that happen at 5:30 that are starting to fade by 6. So the first process in shooting at 6 a.m. is to get up at 5:30 a.m. one day and look at how the lights come through your windows and shades and see what it affects. This way, you are not gonna film that day. Now you can if you want, but I suggest you don't film that day, just look. You can turn the camera on if you catch some stuff, that's good. But I think you should film for the next day, because now you know, okay, at 5:30 a.m., this is what it's gonna look like. At 6 a.m., this is what it's gonna look like. And so now I'm prepared, and I've made the necessary adjustments and changes to having my gear ready to shoot at that time. So let's go over again, recap. First thing is we're gonna prep for our shoot on 6 a.m. We get up the day before we have to shoot, look at the shapes, note it, put it down, cool. Next day, I know I want the camera. I know where I want my light. I know how much of the light that I need. That's a good thing. Second thing about shooting at 6 a.m. is that you don't need as much light. You don't need as much light because there's so much darkness. Any little light will show. So for those of you that are on a budget, now I can get up early in the morning and maybe I'll have my little ring light, or maybe I have some, stuff like that, or my little lights. It's gonna be, you're gonna get more out of your light at 6 a.m. than you would in the daytime and even at night. Number 3, I went into my camera and I put it on a high ISO. If your camera has this, that's good. But if you're using your phone camera or something like that, then you're probably gonna require more light. Okay. Also, if you're using your phone and you got this stuff in the back, if you're gonna use cinematic mode on your phone, and move closer towards the camera so that the background can be out of focus more, okay? We're gonna do a day 3 because what I'm seeing is, I opened up my shades and I got this really cool vector and stuff. So tomorrow morning, I'll see you guys. Much love to you, God bless you. And remember to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for joining this tutorial. I'll see you at the next one.